Speed, right, we're going to have a go at programming the radio inside my homemade micronode, Allstar micronode. So we've got the cable plugged in the PS, in the PC. There's the micronode. I'm going to take the lid off. We've also got chirp on the PC here. So first thing, let's take it apart. So I made this, so I've actually got two cables going into this because I've been lazy. I've got one cable that powers the Raspberry Pi and just a DC cable here to power the buck converter, which then powers the radio. Right, let's just take this apart. So when I bought this box, it didn't come with screws that hold it together. So I've just taped it together for now. I've got some screws on order, so just got to unpeel those screws and take the lid off. So just peel back the tape and then the top will just lift off. Now I bought a bigger box for a reason, and that was because I wanted to have some space in the box to add my jumbo hotspot, which I've taken out for now. So anyway, so here we are. We're inside the unit. Get this. This one came with a handle, which I thought was quite handy. Right, so let's just have a quick look, see how we're going to be able to get the programming cable onto the the UV 888. So we'll just move it round just so I can see the holes. But yeah, I can see the holes there, just underneath all these wires. If you zoom in, you can see that the cable is going to go about here. Okay, so let's just get the cable in there, look. Get it the right way round. So, this way round. Now, just going in like so. Trying to avoid ripping out any wires that I've put in. So, there you go. Just line it up. Right, okay. So, cable's in. Right, the next interesting thing now is how to actually turn the radio on. So we've got our DC input here. Let me find a power supply and see if I can actually turn the radio on without having to turn the Raspberry Pi on, because that's on a separate USB anyway. But I know that if you're using a G7 RPG node, it would all come on at the same time. So I'm not doing a video to cover that unit. This is just for my homemade unit. Right, got me. I always have a 12-volt motorcycle battery. It's a tiny little gel thing, but I tell you now, I use it for everything. So anyway, 12-volt battery. Here we are. As you can see, the lead. We've connected the programming lead, UV5R lead for the 888. So now we're just going to power it up. And we're going to see if we hear the computer make a noise. No. Let's just check that everything's connected. So let me just see if I can read the radio. If it says no, actually no, we'll look for the COM port. So we'll go right click device manager. I'll show you in a sec what it says. Double click COM port, and it is showing USB serial. There you go, CH340 and COM port 9. So that's the one it normally shows. So let's see if we can read the radio. So I'm sorry, I'm just filming the screen here, but let's just do it. Save me messing around trying to swap it all around. So we know we're on COM port 9. COM port 9. Radio. Download from radio. See if we get a window, and if we don't, then we've still got no power going to the radio. So that's all looking good. COM port 9. Click. We've got to select the right radio, which is the 888. COM port 9. Let's click OK. Yeah, errors concerned. So I think the radio at the moment is turned off. So let's just go back, get some power to the radio. Right, I'm just going to plug some power into the Raspberry Pi now. Raspberry Pi's on. Unless the battery is flat on my 12-volt battery. Let's let the whole thing boot up. And then we'll see if we can read. Just letting it all boot up at the moment. It could actually be that that's what it is. So my mistake. The DC input. So I'm going to unplug the Raspberry Pi in a minute. The DC input connector was bad. So right, let's try this one. See, now you can see now the buck converter has lit up. Right, so let's try again and see if the computer allows to read the radio. So 1 sec. Yeah, so that worked. So basically, once the radio's got power, yeah, I've now read the radio. Let's just go to those channels. Yeah, so basically you can connect, and there's my channel for I've got mine programmed to 434 400. You can see that the tone squelch on this is 118. Now my friend needs to change this tone squelch to 77 and change the frequency to 432 200, I would say. Job done. So just to let you know that you can tap into a Allstar, I'll call it my homemade micronode, and you can change the frequencies even after the radio's been modified. So 7.3, all the best. M0FXB clear.